Hey everyone, Alan McLaren here with another video from the series Leadership Journals. And this week we talk about a quote that I wrote last week with the hashtag that said, "Be that leader." One of our listeners actually wanted me to do a video on this, so that's what we're doing today. Really, the purpose of that quote was to get you to emulate and think about those leaders that gave you a great experience when you worked for them. So here's the quote just to refresh your memory. So what did those leaders do to make you feel that way? You remember the quote from Maya Angelou at the tail end of the quote says, "People remember how you make them feel." It's one of the best tenets of a good leader is they make you feel good almost all the time, even in tough situations. So think about this. Was it in a meeting where they gave you a glance, there are 30 people in the meeting, they glanced over you and nodded their head or smiled? Was it when they were walking around the office and they stopped by or they remembered your name? Was it a text or a call when you were going through a personal situation? Was it a congratulations, publicly or otherwise? Was it feedback, positive or negative, on a day-to-day issue? Maybe it was a tough conversation. I mean, leaders don't like to always have tough conversations, but part of leadership is having tough conversations. So having a positive interaction with a leader during a tough conversation is not easy. But boy, I bet you've had those where they gave you feedback to try to meet the standards, whether in sales or whatever department you were in. If you felt good after that conversation, then the leader was doing a good job. And you've all experienced those leaders. You've also experienced the other side where you have negative leaders who have weakness and have ego and all the other stuff. That's not the stuff we remember. We remember the people that make us feel good. And some of the interactions that we just talked about are those things that you remember. So what I'd like you to consider, whether you're new in a business or you're currently the CEO of a business, think about the impact you can have on a person day to day just with your simple day-to-day interactions. That's part of what great leadership is. I hope that's helpful.